Wind River is the story of a man trying to move on from a tragedy without ever getting closure. It's a story of a people trying to do the same thing. It's a murder investigation. It's a meditation on grief. It's a study into a violent, harsh world.
She ran all the way here. Her lungs burst here. She curled up in that tree line and drowned her own blood.
Well, how far do you think someone could run barefoot out here?
Oh, I don't know. How do you gauge someone's will to live?
The specific reservation that we're talking about, Wind River, there are 3 tribes. 2 of them have hundreds of years of rivalry. They hate one another. And the government put them all on the same reservation. So obviously it's going to create conflict. It's like putting in LA, like the Bloods and the Crips, like in a bowl together.
This is a movie that is about the human condition, and it's man versus nature and the laws of nature, and man versus the inner struggle of his own struggles and demons. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. So yeah, having me in it, I suppose, or having anybody that is recognizable can help create more attention to a smaller story like this.
She ran until she dropped here. See the pool of blood where her face hit the snow. Now it gets 20 below here at night. So if you fill your lungs up with that cold air when you're running, you can freeze them up. Your lungs fill up with blood. You start coughing it up. So wherever she came from.
It's a social movie. I wouldn't say political. I try to not make political films. I try to make socially conscious films, you know? I don't give you the answers. I just show you the problem. I leave the answers to the politicians, which may not be the best thing. Maybe we should come up with the answer ourselves.
It took me probably about 1.5 years to read, and Taylor finally called me and said, look, I'll buy you a big bottle of beautiful whiskey. If you don't like, just read the first 10 pages. But please, I'll buy this beautiful, very expensive bottle of whiskey, if you like it or not, but you gotta read the first 10 pages. I'm like, fine, fuck it. Then I read the first pages, and it does take me a while to read, because when I read a script, especially something with a lot of depth and something like this movie, I read it very, very slowly, because I want to take in, I want to smell it, I want to really visualize it, every character. So it took me probably 2.5 hours to really kind of get through. And after putting it down, I'm like, well, I have to do this movie. Certain regard.
Un certain regard.
A certain regard.
Yes.
Eh?
What is it for you?
It's such an honor to be here. It's an honor to have my film compete here and be received at the greatest festival in our business. It's
Business?
yeah, the art of it, you know.